we have one candidate. He called in last week. Guy who I know who used to call in to another radio show. His name's the Ed. And I'll be honest with you, I met him through Las Vegas. He was in Las Vegas. He has 4 grown sons. One's a cop. One is a rehabilitating felon. He did some time in the clink. Another one just got a job in telecommunications and moved out to Pittsburgh, and he brought his old man, the Ed, with him. And the Ed volunteered to be our Steeler expert. I'm going to give him another shot here. I didn't really like what he had to say. The Ed, are you there? You're back on the Sports Contraption.
Hello, Dave.
The Ed, what's happening, man? How are you?
Hey, thanks for having me on the Sports Attraction. And
What's a contraption? But yeah, so you just moved out from Las Vegas, right? And how are you finding Pittsburgh so far?
It's all right. It's not Las Vegas, but it's Pittsburgh. I'll tell you that.
Well, that's true. I can't argue with that.
A lot of people out here, I hear them talking. You know what? I thank God that hockey's over. Ain't nothing but soccer.
What do you mean, thank God? It was a great time for Pittsburgh with that way this young team was looking.
That team was supposed to be moving to Las Vegas, but Las Vegas said they didn't want them.
That's not true at all. The Penguins fought hard to stay in Pittsburgh, and they did, and we're all happy about it.
To go. I mean, you got the Cosby boy. He's about the only thing you got, and then you find out that he's been faking around saying he got an injury, trying to make people feel, oh, poor, whatever the name of the team is, poor team.
Well, it's the Penguins, 1, and 2, his name is Crosby, and 3, I don't think there's any proof that he was faking an injury. He had a broken foot and played with it. Isn't that courageous?
You can't roll around on no hockey rink when you got a broken leg.
Was a broken foot, and I guess you could because he did it, and in fact he still played pretty well.
He got you fooled too, I tell you. That other boy, what's his name? Eric Christensen.
Right.
Boy, make Brian Boitano look like a man.
Look, he didn't play very well in the playoffs, but he had a pretty good season. He's a good goal scorer. And
I don't know. I guess you could just say, hockey just really ain't a sport. So, some people like it, some people don't. It's about, air hockey, soccer, hockey, whatever. It's all about the same. But, look, I'm glad you...
I don't think that's true, though, the Ed. I don't think that's fair. Just because you moved out from Las Vegas doesn't... And maybe you aren't...
We don't have hockey in Las Vegas.
Right, because the Penguins decided not to move there or Kansas City or anywhere else. They decided to stay where people care about them, here in the city of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I see a lot of people with them shirts on with the penguin on them.
Mm-hmm.
And they got the name of the L guy. I can't say his name. Limo?
Oh, come
Whatever
on. Lemieux. Lemieux.
Listen.
You better learn that name. If you're going to make it in the city of Pittsburgh, you better learn that name.
Well, you know what? People don't like when I say stuff. Other day I went to get a sandwich because I remember you had told me a long time ago to Primanti's.
Primanti's, right.
It ain't no Quiznos, I tell you that.
Oh, cut that out. That's ridiculous. Primanti's is a delicious. It's got the nice fries and the delicious slaw, not the mayonnaise slaw, the good slaw, the vinegar slaw.
They tried to give me some little bitty napkins, and I said, "Don't you got some paper towels?" He said, "We got napkins." And I said, "Well, luckily I got my washcloth in my back pocket, and I had to wash up with it. Got that mess everywhere."
All right, so you had a washcloth with you. All right, so listen, I don't like that you don't like the Penguins, but all right, that's not the issue at hand. You wanted last week, you were interested in maybe being our Steeler expert on the show.
Well, I'm glad you picked me for that.
I didn't pick you for that. I said that you were a candidate for it only because we haven't received many calls from other people who think that they're worthy of the position. To be honest with you, some of the things you said last week didn't thrill me, and I don't know that I want somebody like you doing the job. But unless somebody else steps up and claims the position, I'm going to have no choice but to go with you.
What I would like to know is, see, in Las Vegas, people bet on the games. So whenever you got a team, like, say, the Steelers, there's a Steelers bar in Las Vegas where you can go watch the Steelers. Did you know that?
Of course. They're very popular across the land. In L.A., where I am, there are literally at least a dozen Steeler bars out here you can go watch the games.
I haven't found a Cleveland Browns bar yet in Pittsburgh.
Well, good. No one wants that in our city. No one wants any representation of that dirty state in the city of Pittsburgh.
Well, if I bet on the Browns, which I'm going to week 1.
You're going to bet against the Steelers. The Steelers, who went 8-8 last year but had myriad injuries. That Big Ben obviously had an off season because of the stuff that happened to him.
Done. Rottenberger's done. I told you that last week.
What do you mean he's done? What is meant by he's done? He's a young man. He's got his entire career in front of him, and by the way, the entire career that he's played this point includes a ring on his finger.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, it's called a Super Bowl champion ring, is what it's called.
Listen,
I guess you wouldn't know about it. You're from Las Vegas, where they have 0 teams, except a bunch of criminals from UNLV.
UNLV was great a long time ago.
Right.
But we can't talk about that. Listen, the Steelers, I guarantee you, they already got 5 losses on their schedule. Opening day against Cleveland, twice against the Bengals, and twice against the Ravens. You know, it's kind of like when West Virginia plays the College of Pittsburgh. Them Mountaineers, you wouldn't believe how much money I done made betting on them when they played Pittsburgh.
All right, well, listen, Pitt hasn't been great. I admit that they haven't been great, but I disagree with you that the Steelers are going to lose to the Browns. They can't beat the Bengals or the Ravens in Pittsburgh. You can't see that happening.
26-16, opening day.
The Browns are going to beat the Steelers 26-16.
That's what I said.